Hi everyone. Now, I've been asked quite a few questions on the Barbless hooks that I put up in a video 2 or 3 weeks ago. And one of the main questions I got asked was about the grab gape and the competition heavyweight. The two being this one here. This is the grab gape. It's grab gape size 10. As you can see, it's a heavyweight or a heavy wired hook, but it's got this nice up point at as you can see there. And the other one was this Barbless hook. It's called the competition heavyweight. Now you see the difference there. It's obviously the point. It's a standard straight. It's just the same standard size as a. Well, if it was a Kamasan hook, it would be the B175. It's exactly the same. It's just it's Barbless. And what's the difference? Mainly the difference between the two and the size. That's what it was about, more the size. And there is a difference now. I'm going to put a photograph up. You'll see, now the top hook is actually the grab gape but a size 8, and that's where the question as well came from, because I mentioned that that hook just about fits within the international rules. We've got the size 10 below that. As you see, it fits well within it, and it is smaller than the competition heavyweight, or as I said, the Kamasan 175. So basically there's the sizes and the difference in the size. So the size 8 is just a wee tweak. I mean, just you could bend the eye slightly, just not much, and it'll be within the international rules, so you could get away with the size 8. The size 10, it is much smaller. But the other question I got asked was on the actual, could I tie a Midge Pupa on it just to see what it looks like in the Midge Pupa. I mean, obviously the Midge Pupa's fished an awful lot on these hooks as much, so I'm going to quickly tie that. So as you can see, the size, well, the size, there is a bit of a difference there. Now the point of the hook is that when I mentioned it, it has this wee up point, and it does give you an extra bit of grip than the straight, though I'm happy to fish either, to be honest with you, except when I'm really on wild brown trout that want to bounce all over the place. I do prefer the slight up point like in this one in the grab gape. Now I'm going to quickly tie a buzzer, a Midge Pupa on it. This one here, this is a basic wee Midge Pupa. It's a good early season one. And what you get with this is the thing, you get a nice bend, you get a nice wee shape in it. This in the grab gape, so it's certainly worth tying with, or tying a few flies. I mean, I'm going to be tying quite a lot in it, more traditionals as well as obviously Midge Pupa and so on. Now I'm going to start the thread at the head or the eyed hook. Now I've got just a white wool. This white wool has like 3 strands in it, and what I normally do is I just take a length off and reduce it to 2, so just throw one to the side, don't throw away, I just keep it for the more flies. Now the reason these are to represent the gills, and there's a wee, right at the back of a Midge Pupa you get it's like a small, if you want to call it a small tail. Obviously helps the pupa swim when it goes up. So what I'm going to do here is about head length away from the eye, and we tie this on top, and then come down. Now I'm going to trim away, take one of them out, length of just the thorax. I'm going to slightly taper it though, so it can help us to taper the body for it. And then as we work down, come on to the single strand. And just keep it hold of that until the bend, and we're going to come round the bend slightly because the shape of the grab gape has this nice bend. Just trim that at the back of the hook. Now I'm just going to rub this with a silver tinsel. This is a small. Just going to catch it on and come up maybe a couple of mil. Some dyed black pheasant tail. Just basically pull it off from the tail, and then what I like to do is catch in a single turn and then pull it into the tapered points or the tips of the fibres as close as you can go. Yeah, oops. And then tighten up, take out the length of the body, which is about 2/3 of the way, see about there, and then spread it as you wind up just to flatten it. Now you get to the top here, I do a turn over the, as you can see I wound it actually towards myself. The reason I like doing that is when you bring the rib up it catches it in far better. Now you basically do a turn onto the pheasant tail and a turn on the hook, and then basically at the back I'm going to encourage the pheasant tail to stay on top because we're going to use this as a thorax cover. And I'm going to bring the rib up through 5-6 times or so. Just pull back your pheasant tail and tie it off in front. But tie it in like you say a head length away and come back up to the pheasant tail. I'm going to bend and break away this tinsel. Now just to highlight the back of the wing buds as this would represent, I'm using a medium holographic red tinsel. And you only need a couple of turns just to highlight the colour. Catch it in. Throw away. A bit of wax on my thread there. Now for the dubbing I'm going to be using this. Now I used this in a few buzzers over the wee while there and it really worked, even though it's not black. But what if you see in the flash there, it's got a bit of red in it and it seemed to work really well. The dark olive is a good colour, even in a black buzzer. So as you can see, this is the Peacock dub and this one's from Veniards. I've just cut the corner out just to save opening the bag. You don't need much. I just lightly dub it on, it goes on really easy. And then just build it up towards the eye, or towards the breathers as we call them. Now I always do like a half turn in front and make a space basically for bringing through your pheasant tail. Now obviously that's why I put two lengths on to represent, these are representing the gills. Just pull these back, bring the pheasant tail between them, tighten up with a couple of turns. You can fold back. Now there's a wee bit of flash there, so going back just to tidy that up. You'll always catch one or two, so keep it nice and tight. A couple of turns I say. Fold it back. Form a small head. Now what I'm going to quickly do here is just a wee bit of varnish onto my thread and then whip finish. This will basically give you a really good whip finish, nice and tight. Oops, missed it. Trim the thread away, trim away your pheasant tail. The wing buds can be as short or as long as you like. Just within the eye, or in front of the eye of the hook, sorry. Just going to trim, just make sure it's straight cut. There we are, and then we just have to slightly puff them out. And there you go, that's it tied on the grab gape. So hopefully I've answered the questions, obviously in the size and the difference between the competition heavyweight or the B175 and the grab gape. And it is a nice hook, you get a nice shape in the buzzer, I mean a really strong hook. And you can see in this pattern, I like pheasant tail fibre in a buzzer. The silver rib, the tinsel rib with this flash at the front really catches the light, as you can see. The red's there, and that's what made it work, it really did. So it's really nice, good top, middle to top dropper fly if you're fishing buzzers. I mean I usually fish two, so I'd put this in the dropper and then maybe a Flexifloss version, one that's much more slicker. This would sit in the further up. So anyway, there we are. So I hope you enjoyed that, and again thanks for watching, until next time.